What made you finally realize that the problem child of your family deserved better? My little sister Natalie was always the troublemaker in our house. From the time she could walk, she was breaking things, getting into fights at school, and screaming at everyone over nothing. Mom and Dad were constantly dealing with phone calls from teachers, broken furniture, and Natalie's explosive tantrums that could last for hours. By the time I was 15 and Natalie was 10, our whole family had basically given up on her. Every birthday party we threw was for me, my brother Kevin, or our cousin Brandon, never Natalie. When I asked why, Mom would roll her eyes and say Natalie didn't deserve celebrations because she acted out too much. Sometimes Mom would add that Natalie was grounded or didn't want to party anyway, which seemed believable since Natalie spent most of her time locked in her room, screaming about how much she hated all of us. I believed that for years. Natalie would just sit upstairs on her birthday while we ate cake downstairs for Kevin or me. I thought she was being dramatic when she cried about it. After all, she brought it on herself with all the trouble she caused. Last month, I turned 18 and wanted to make a photo album for graduation. I went digging through Mom's closet looking for baby photos and old family pictures. That's when I noticed something really weird about our family albums. There were tons of birthday pictures of me and Kevin every single year going back to when we were babies. But Natalie's birthday pictures stopped completely after she turned 6. Before that, there were normal party photos with balloons and cake and Natalie smiling. After 6, nothing at all. I asked Mom about it while she was folding laundry in the basement. Where are Natalie's birthday pictures from when she got older? She didn't even look up from the towels. I told you she didn't deserve them. She started acting out around that age. Something felt really off about that answer. I called my Aunt Donna, who always had loose lips after a few drinks during family dinners. Aunt Donna, do you remember why Natalie's birthdays stopped when she was little? There was this long pause on the phone. Then she whispered, "Honey, you should ask your sister about what happened with Uncle Rick." Uncle Rick was this family friend who used to babysit all of us kids sometimes. I barely remembered him because he stopped coming around when I was really young, but I remembered Natalie always hiding when he visited. That night, I cornered Natalie in her room. She was 17 now, working at a gas station downtown and still living at home because she could barely afford anything else on her minimum wage salary. "Natalie, what happened with Uncle Rick when you were 6? I asked. Her face went completely white. She started shaking and told me to get out, but I kept pushing. "Please, I need to know. Why did your birthday stop?" That's when she broke down crying harder than I'd ever seen anyone cry in my life. She told me everything that had happened when we were little kids. How Uncle Rick had touched her inappropriately multiple times when he babysat us. How she tried to tell Mom and Dad what he was doing to her. Instead of believing her, they called her a liar and said she was making up stories for attention. They thought she was acting out because she was jealous of me and Kevin. So they canceled her 7th birthday party as punishment for lying about Uncle Rick. Every year after that, they'd find some excuse. She was grounded for bad grades. She didn't want to party anyway. She was being ungrateful about something. By the time she was 10, she'd given up trying to tell anyone what had happened. The acting out got worse because she felt like no one would ever believe her or protect her. The breaking things, the screaming, even the fights at school. It all made perfect sense now. She wasn't a problem child. She was a hurt child that nobody listened to when she tried to ask for help. I felt sick thinking about all those birthdays where we celebrated downstairs while she cried alone upstairs. All those times I called her dramatic or crazy. All those times our parents called her the problem when they were the ones who failed to protect her. That weekend, I told Kevin everything, and we decided to fix this horrible mistake our family had made. We gathered our cousins, some of her coworkers from the gas station, even her current boyfriend, who she'd been scared to bring around our toxic family. We rented the community center and bought the biggest cake the bakery had. When we brought Natalie there that Saturday, she saw the decorations and immediately started crying. "It's not even my birthday," she said through her tears. "It's every birthday you should have had," I told her. "This is for every single year they should have celebrated you." We had photos printed from all the years she missed and put them on a timeline around the room. Signs that said, "Happy 7th birthday, Natalie," all the way up to, "Happy 17th birthday, Natalie." We even had balloons in her favorite purple color that nobody in our family had ever bothered to remember. She cried through the whole party, but this time they were good tears, happy tears. For the first time in 11 years, someone was celebrating her just for existing, not punishing her for trying to speak up about being hurt. I'm moving to Spotify. Search Koala Reads and hit follow.